it's Taya from Ukraine, and this day has happened, guys. As you understand from the title of the video, I'm in America. And what state I'm right now? I think you can guess by my background. I did my best to choose the best background near the house where I live. So I'm in California, close to Los Angeles. I will tell you today my first impressions of America. So I will highlight, this is just first impression, no judging the whole country. I know how big it is. This is not my first foreign country, so maybe I will not have that big of cultural shock. First of all, when I landed to America, that was a very long way here, guys. Very long trip. Plus, I landed and I needed to wait 3 hours because I'm coming here by this special Ukrainian, program that is new. When I sat in the taxi, I was looking at everything like I felt like I'm in the movie. Seriously, the palms, all these names that you hear and you think they're somewhere super far, and now you understand where they're actually situated, like, oh, Pasadena, oh, Malibu, oh, Hollywood Street and stars. I'm like, yeah, I'm here. So this is my first time in America. I've never been across the ocean and that far from Ukraine. However, I felt like I'm in 90s movies or even 80s. Everything looks so kinda old to me, like the exterior of buildings, the shops, the names of everything. In our country, everything is like, we need to change this. Everything is changing. Law is changing. Prices are changing every single day. Like, we are ready for that. Here, everything like started 50 or whatever years ago, and it stands here. Business is going and everything is super stable. Also, it's interesting that people still use newspapers, and it's important to have your address connected to any governmental letters. It seems like it's hard for people to change here, maybe, but I'm not sure. What's wrong with your laundry in 21st century? Come on, guys, it costs $2.50 to get a laundry. First, that's super expensive for me, but I got used to prices. Anywhere I go to the western countries, it will be expensive. This looks so funny for me that I have to pay for washing. This looks so old as well, this washing machine, because it doesn't have a lot of options, and I have to think how to get 25 coins. I mean, seriously, this is a goal for me because I have to wash, to save them to wash my clothes. Really, you have to pay for laundry, and not all apartments have the washing machine. In Ukraine, every apartment has a washing machine, especially Airbnb. The Airbnb I'm renting right now, this is a typical house of a cardboard that are from old jokes. We have them too, so that's not a big of deal, but it gets so warm during the daytime that you can't really stay here, and you have to open your windows and all your doors to survive, because I can't go anywhere right now much, since it's a big city and people are not got used to live in apartments. People live in houses. It's a very narrow spaces between houses, so you're basically live with your neighbors as well. So not something I got used to. If you rent Airbnb or you stay at a hotel in Ukraine, everywhere you will have the air condition. That's very hard to survive just having this thing on the ceiling that is not making any your air colder inside of your house, but just rolling this air over again. Also, it seems like your electricity is much more expensive. However, your petrol is very cheap. Continuing about prices, when I went to the supermarket, of course I will think, how can you pay $10 for sunflower oil that I can get really cheap in Ukraine, for example, or beetroot or cabbage. That's overpriced for me. But of course, you have to compare to the local standards of living and local salaries. I went to the shopping mall and I'm like, whoa, the prices for clothing are the same, are basically the same. I went to all these retails that we have here, we have in Ukraine as well, all these well-known brands like fast fashion H&M, Uniqlo, but we don't have Uniqlo in Ukraine. And also I went to some technical store to see what's on your market and the prices. You have very cheap gadgets, guys. The TV that is huge like this, 4K, $1,000. Are you kidding me? That's not the prices we have in Ukraine. Since people here are moving from one place to another really often, maybe because people rent apartments and they sell them TVs and some used sofas for very cheap and almost for free. Another thing I wanted to mention is, of course, something that I will really miss is the walking culture. I knew perfectly that you have to have a car. That is a challenge for me since I don't know how to drive, and here kids know how to drive, and I'm an adult woman and I don't know. Hopefully 15 minutes walk to the closest supermarket, that's totally okay for us, for me. In Kiev, when I make a step out of my house, I have everything in 10 minutes walking. I have 2 post office, 3 supermarkets, 2 small kiosks, 3 beauty salons, 5 coffee shops, 3 restaurants. I know about other problems that are going on in this state and maybe in other states as well, and I knew what to expect. So not a big deal. You know, there's no perfect place, so you have to choose the right place for yourself. Anyway, there are a lot of similar things with Western Europe where I've been to many times, so most of stuff were not a very cultural shock. It was just new. Everything is just new. If you know where to meet, like where to make some kind of a fun meeting, maybe somewhere in the park or so, let me know. That would be really helpful. If any of you are into IT and entertainment industry, that would be really helpful for me. Subscribe and share. Loud neighbors, like I said 5 minutes ago, neighbors. You are like living with a lot of roommates, so thank you for watching and put a notification button. Bye bye.